So today we are going to learn about the endomembranous system. Endomembranous system. Today is 23rd. We had learned that in eukaryotic cells in the cytoplasm, a number of organelles are present which are unique in their structure and function. Many membrane bound organelles are present which are unique in their structure and function. That means all have different structure as well as function. But some of these organelles, they work together as a unit. They work together in a coordinated manner. They are linked to each other for their functions. And those organelles are known as constitute the endomembranous system. So, few organelles work as a single unit in a coordinated manner. Single unit as a coordinated manner. So what are these few organelles? What are the organelles? So basically your endomembranous system consists of 4 different organelles. Your endomembranous system consists of 4 different organelles. The first one is your endoplasmic
Reticulum.
Yeah, endoplasmic reticulum. The second one is
Golgi apparatus.
apparatus. Very good. Golgi apparatus. The third one is your
Lysosomes.
and the fourth one is your
Vacuole.
apart from these 4 cell organelles. That means कि इनको छोड़ के जितने भी cell organelles in a eukaryotic cytoplasm में present है, they are non-endomembranous system. That is your mitochondria, chloroplast, they are non-endomembranous system. If we talk about the endomembranous system, these are the 4 endomembranous system which works in a coordinated manner. Their function is linked to each other. Okay? So first, we will read about the endomembranous system, how they are connected to each other. So we will start with the endoplasmic reticulum.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am.
Ma'am, वो
read in detail about the endoplasmic reticulum. We will read in detail about the endoplasmic reticulum. So your endoplasmic reticulum was discovered by
Ma'am, what you have written after coordinate?
coordinated manner discovered by Potter, the name of the scientist. So basically there are 2 scientists, Potter and your Thomson, but the name endoplasmic reticulum was given by Potter. So they are discovered by Potter and Thomson. But the name was given by the Potter. Potter ने ही इनकी naming की थी कि that is endoplasmic reticulum. So basically endoplasmic reticulum is a 3-dimensional network of interconnected network of membranes का network है. It is 3-dimensional interconnected network of membranes. That means if I will draw the diagram of the endoplasmic reticulum, so there are many membranes which are linked to each other, and they are usually found in 3 different shapes. Let me rub it क्योंकि यहाँ कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं लिखा हुआ है, and then I will draw the diagram. So your endoplasmic reticulum, we are not talking about all these 3. We are talking about the endoplasmic reticulum first. So the second thing about the endoplasmic reticulum is that it is a 3-dimensional interconnected network of membranes. Your endoplasmic reticulum is also considered as the cytoskeleton of a cell, because they are connected to on one side to the outer nuclear membrane. If I will draw the diagram, if this is your nuclear membrane, this is your inner nuclear membrane, this is your outer nuclear membrane. So from the outer nuclear membrane, as I told that they are interconnected networks, पूरा interconnecting होते हैं networks का, and they originate, cytoskeleton क्यों बोलते हैं, क्योंकि they originate from the outer nuclear membrane. Outer nuclear membrane से originate होते हैं. If I will draw the diagram, I will draw it like this. And on the other end, they are attached to the plasma membrane. That means from both the sides they are attached. One side nuclear membrane का जो outer part है वहां से attached होते हैं, और दूसरे side plasma membrane से भी attached होता है. So they are also considered as a cytoskeleton. एक shape provide करता है हमारे cell को, because they are connected. These membranes are not like this. They are connected to each other. How they are connected? So basically, your endoplasmic reticulum, they exist in 3 different shapes. They exist in 3 different shapes. One is your cisternae. I will explain what is it. Cisternae. The second one is your tubules. And the third one is your vesicles. Yes. So what is cisternae? Cisternae is nothing but it's a bag-like structure. ये membrane का bag होता है. If you will see, in the older days, जब भी कोई ऐसे forest में जाता था तो वो leather के bag होते थे जिसमें water लेके जाता था. Is it like that? Movies वगैरह में दिखाते थे. Exactly वैसे ही sac, membrane का sac-like structure. So basically, your cisternae are a number of membranes. If I will draw a number of membranes like this, So these membranes are linked to each other. They are joined. So it's an interconnected network of membranes. ये जितने भी membranes हैं, ये यहाँ जितने भी membranes होंगे वो भी आपस में interconnected होते हैं. तो your cisternae is nothing but it's a bag of membrane which are connected to each other. ठीक है? तो this is all about your cisternae. ये एक flat sac-like structure होता है. If I will draw it like this, flat sac-like structure. ऐसे बहुत सारे membranes होते हैं, flat sac-like structure. And the dia and the diameter of the cisternae usually ranges from 40 to 50 nanometer. Tubules. Tubules are thin tubular structure. They can be branched or unbranched. If I will draw this This is also a tubule. If I will draw this is also a tubule. ये branched नहीं है और ये branched है. तो tubules का मतलब क्या हुआ? They have a tube-like structure. ऐसे बना दूंगी तो ये भी ट्यूब जैसा स्ट्रक्चर है. तो दे आर द ट्यूब-like structure. These are not vesicles. ठीक है, ये भी ट्यूबुलर है. Tubules they have also, इसका डायमीटर हमारा 40 to 50 नैनोमीटर था. ट्यूब्यूल्स का 50 to 100 नैनोमीटर होता है. 50 to 100 nanometer. And vesicles, they are nothing. They are small round structure. छोटा छोटा round vesicles के जैसा structure दिखता है. तो vesicles are like this. छोटे भी हो सकते हैं और बड़े भी हो सकते हैं. So their diameter ranges from 25 nanometer to 500 nanometer. 25 nanometer to 500 nanometer. So these are the three forms in which your endoplasmic reticulum is present. इन तीनों forms में से किसी भी form में आपको endoplasmic reticulum मिल सकता है. So these are the three specific forms of the endoplasmic reticulum. 3 forms. अगर आपको याद होगा तो जब भी मैंने आपको प्लाज्मोडेस्माटा पढ़ाया तो मैंने वहां पे बताया in order to connect the adjacent cell wall there is endoplasmic reticulum in between the 2 adjacent cell walls which helps in the transportation of the substances and they are known as desmotubules. Remembering or not? So these endoplasmic reticulum during in the process of the plasmodesmata के form में ये क्या बनाता है? This is also found in plasmodesmata and in that the structure is known as desmotubules. Question हो सकता है MCQ में ऐसा question आपसे पूछा जा सकता है. So basically it is found in plasmodesmata in the form of desmotubules. ये तो form की बात हो गई. But there are 2 different types of ER also. There are 2 different types of ER also. Rough endoplasmic reticulum and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough, as the name itself says, that the surface is rough. The surface is rough due to the presence of ribosomes on their surface. The surface is rough due to the presence of ribosomes. Due to the presence of ribosomes. तो अगर ER के सरफेस पे राइबोसोम्स प्रेजेंट है तो हम उसको बोलते हैं रफ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम. द शॉर्ट फॉर्म इज RER, कैपिटल R, कैपिटल E, कैपिटल R. And where these ribosomes are not present on the surface, they are known as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So on the basis of the nature of the membrane, whether membranes have ribosomes on their surface or not, they are of 2 types, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Let me rub it and then I will proceed further. So we are talking about ER on the basis of surface membrane surface या फिर surface of membrane. Your ER is of 2 types. Your ER is of 2 types. Rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This is rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth. Rough क्यों बोल रहे हैं? Because ribosomes are present on the surface. Ribosomes are present on the surface, making the surface rough. Making the surface rough. In smooth, your ribosomes are absent. Ribosomes are not present on the membrane. told you that they exist in 3 different forms. So your RAR, rough endoplasmic reticulum, is mainly found in the form of cisternae and some tubules also. So your RAR mainly exists as cisternae or tubules. But your SAR, they are basically being found in the form of vesicles and some tubules also. The third important difference. So there must be something on their surface which allow the attachment of the ribosomes. So where the ribosomes are being attached on this, क्योंकि दोनों ही स्ट्रक्चर कैसा है हमारे एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम के सरफेस पे ही हो रहा है. So the rough endoplasmic reticulum allow the attachment of the ribosomes on its surface because of the presence of 2 different types of glycoproteins that are absent in case of SER. So your RAR allow the ribosomes to attach on their surface due to presence of 2 glycoproteins. That is riboforin 1, riboforin 1 and riboforin 2. That means on the surface of the ER where these 2 proteins, these 2 glycoproteins are present, at that your ribosomes will attach onto the surface of the ER, otherwise they will not attach onto the surface of the ER. So basically, presence of these 2 riboforins is responsible for the attachment of ribosomes onto the surface of ER. तो आप बोल सकते हो कि riboforins, they are present in rough endoplasmic reticulum, but riboforins, they are absent in smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So riboforins absent.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, बच्चा.
Ma'am, in rough surface, what you have written?
Here, which?
Ma'am, rough endoplasmic reticulum in second point mainly exists.
Mainly exist as cisternae or tubules. Basically ये दो इस फॉर्म में ही पाया जाता है. मैंने अभी आपको बताया था. Yes, definitely I will share the image of the board with all of you. So basically they exist in 3 different forms जो हमने पढ़ा कि 3 different forms होते हैं, cisternae, tubules and vesicles. So basically your RER is being found in the form of cisternae and tubules, and SER is tubules and vesicles. So this is the difference. Riboforins are present in rough endoplasmic reticulum, but your riboforins are absent in case of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Another important difference between rough and smooth is that rough endoplasmic reticulum is found in all the cells which are actively participating in protein or enzyme synthesis. वो सारे सेल्स हमारे बॉडी के जिसको प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस करना है या फिर एंजाइम सिंथेसाइज करना है, उन सारे सेल्स में राइबोसोम्स RER का नंबर बहुत ज्यादा होगा. तो एक्टिव सेल्स which are engaged in protein or enzyme synthesis, they have a high number of rough endoplasmic reticulum. For example, your pancreas, for example, your liver, they all have a large number of rough endoplasmic reticulum. क्योंकि अगर उसके सरफेस पे राइबोसोम्स है तो the most important function of rough endoplasmic reticulum is protein synthesis. प्रोटीन को सिंथेसाइज करता है. सो RER का सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट रोल क्या है, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शन क्या है कि RER जो है वो रिस्पॉन्सिबल होता है फॉर प्रोटीन synthesis of proteins. RER responsible for protein synthesis. And enzymes you can also say, because enzymes are also functional proteins. Proteins are of two types, structural proteins and functional proteins. But your smooth endoplasmic reticulum, they are mainly found in the cells of your body where the function is lipid synthesis, glycogen storage. तो ये कहाँ होगा, यहाँ आपको ये आपको लिवर में ग्लाइकोजन स्टोर जहाँ करना है उस सेल में मिलेगा, एडिपोज टिश्यूज में मिलेगा. सो वेरेवर देयर इज लिपिड सिंथेसिस you will find a number of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Clear to all of you? Because they are in the smooth endoplasmic reticulum का सबसे important function होता है, it is involved in lipid synthesis, glycogen synthesis, steroid synthesis. So wherever this role is being there, in those cells they are found in numerous number. So यहाँ function क्या है? Protein and enzyme synthesis. But अगर आप SER की बात करोगे तो involved
lipids, glycogen, steroids.
involved in lipids, glycogen and steroid synthesis. Okay, clear? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what are the other difference? और क्या क्या difference हो सकता है? मैंने बोला कि rough endoplasmic reticulum, as they have ribosomes also, तो वो प्रोटीन भी सिंथेसाइज कर सकता है, एंजाइम्स भी सिंथेसाइज कर सकता है. प्रोटीन कैन बी स्ट्रक्चरल प्रोटीन्स आल्सो. सो एट द पॉइंट ऑफ द सेल डिवीजन, टेलोफेज स्टेज में, जब भी हमारा न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन फिर से डेवलप होता है, reformed होता है, तो your RER is responsible for forming the nuclear envelope. So basically your RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum, sorry, ये कहाँ से बनता है? ओरिजिनेशन का अगर हम बात करें तो ये ओरिजिनेट भी किधर से हो रहा है? आपके आउटर न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन से. अगर मैं पूछूं कि स्मूथ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम कहाँ से आता है और रफ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम कहाँ से आता है, ये भी एक क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है एग्जाम में. तो लिसन टू दिस वेरी केयरफुली. एज आई हैव ड्रॉन द डायग्राम कि फ्रॉम द आउटर मेम्ब्रेन ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस, दैट इज न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन का आउटर सरफेस, आउटर वन, इनर और आउटर दो होता है क्योंकि दे आर डबल मेम्ब्रेन बाउंड. So your rough endoplasmic reticulum, it originates from the outer nuclear envelope. It developed from nuclear envelope. From where this SER developed? RER can convert them easily into SER by removing the ribosomes present on their surface. So your RER can convert it to the SER. So you can say that SER, they originate or they develop from the RER. जब भी RER अपने सरफेस पे से राइबोसोम्स को एग्जिट कर देता है, रिमूव कर देता है, then it gets converted into SER. ये क्वेश्चन में बहुत बच्चों को कंफ्यूजन होती है, इस स्टेटमेंट को समझने में थोड़ा सा दिक्कत होता है. यस, बट ओरिजिनेशन अगर हमसे पूछा जाता है RER और SER का, तो यू मे से, इधर हम RER के बारे में लिख रहे हैं और इधर हम SER के बारे में लिख रहे हैं. योर RER, it develops from nuclear envelope. But your SER, it develops from RER. RER. Not to worry, I will share the image of the board with all of you. ठीक है? Okay. Now, RER के पास क्या होता है? They have small pores. अभी अगर उसने प्रोटीन, राइबोसोम्स उसके सरफेस पे, राइबोसोम उसके सरफेस पे है, ठीक है, यहाँ पर राइबोफोरिन्स है जिसकी वजह से यहाँ पर राइबोसोम्स अटैच हुआ है, राइबोफोरिन्स. And these are your ribosomes. अगर राइबोसोम्स यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट है उसके सरफेस पे, तो ये क्या करेगा, ये प्रोटीन को सिंथेसाइज करेगा. इसने प्रोटीन सिंथेसाइज कर ली, बट हाउ दिस प्रोटीन इज बीइंग ट्रांसपोर्टेड टू द इंटरकनेक्टेड चैनल्स. तो बेसिकली दे हैव अ पोर. यहाँ पर स्मॉल पोर्स होता है, through which pores the synthesized polypeptide, क्योंकि your protein is made up of polypeptide, agree or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So the thing is that राइबोफोरिन, that is a glycoprotein, वहां पर हमारा राइबोसोम्स अटैच है. अभी अगर इस राइबोसोम्स ने पॉलीपेप्टाइड सिंथेसाइज किया, प्रोटीन सिंथेसाइज की, तो how this polypeptide is being transported? So they are being transported to the next membrane with the help of your pores. Here pores are present for the transportation. So along with the ribophorines, they have also pores. So the ribosome, the rough endoplasmic reticulum, possesses narrow pore below its ribosomes for the passage of synthesized polypeptides. Synthesized polypeptides, क्योंकि ये एक मेम्ब्रेन से दूसरे मेम्ब्रेन में मूव कर सके, because the membranes are also interconnected. Another difference between your rough endoplasmic reticulum and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum is that क्या हो सकता है और your smooth endoplasmic reticulum along with lipid synthesis, glycogen synthesis and steroid synthesis, your smooth endoplasmic reticulum have another one important function, and that is your detoxification. Detoxification, removal of the toxic substances from the body, is also being performed by the SER because it has enzymes for detoxification. So your SER, ये भी question आता है, which ER is responsible for detoxification? So it's being done by the SER because SER has enzymes for detoxification. Responsible for detoxification. So important function is detoxification also. यहाँ पर लिखोगे absent. Detoxification is absent. ठीक है? These are the major differences between your RER and SER. अगर position की बात कोई पूछता है, what is the position? So your RER is associated with the nuclear membrane. It remains connected to the nuclear membrane. But if anyone asks you about the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, तो smooth endoplasmic reticulum is basically at the periphery. Periphery मतलब बिल्कुल side में, near to the plasma membrane. So your RER is associated with the nucleus. Nuclear envelope से associated होता है, but your SER, it's remain attached to the plasma membrane. वो plasma lemma से attached होता है. That means plasma membrane से attached होता है, but हमारा जो RER है, it remains attached, connected with the nuclear envelope.
Ma'am, can you repeat that last point?
Yes. If anyone asks you, or if you want to know the exact location, the exact position of the RER and SER in a cell, so your RER is associated with, remains connected with nuclear envelope. It remains near the nucleus. It remains near the nucleus. That means central position there. But if you will ask about the SER, so they are at the periphery. Periphery means बिल्कुल side में, near the plasma lemma or the plasma membrane. ठीक है? SER present at periphery.
Ma'am, second last point में क्या लिखे? Responsible
for detoxification, because they have enzymes for detoxification. Okay, but detoxification is absent in case of RER. This role is not being performed by the rough endoplasmic reticulum.
Yes, ma'am.
So present at periphery and maybe attached to plasma lemma. These are the major differences between your RER and SER. Now, as endoplasmic reticulum is present near the nucleus, it also divides the cytoplasm into two parts. Cytoplasm को ये दो पार्ट में डिवाइड कर देता है. For example, if this is a cell, if this is the nucleus, and here your ER is present, your ER is present. So this cytoplasm, this whole cytoplasm, यहाँ पर भी पहले cytoplasm ही था जहाँ पर ER है. So your ER divides the cytoplasm into two parts. That means it divides the intercellular space, intracellular space, cell के अंदर जो space है, this whole space into two parts. The area that is present inside the ER के अंदर जो part है उसको हमने बोला luminal. Inside ER और जो ER के बाहर है and is present in the cytoplasm, this whole region जो मैंने white से cover किया है, that is your extraluminal region. So what is that? Your ER divides the cytoplasm, divides the intracellular space. The thing is that ER divides intracellular space into two parts. The space that is present inside the ER is known as luminal. And the place outside the ER covering the cytoplasm is your extraluminal. Extraluminal. ठीक है? तो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट योर SER एंड ER. हमने इसके बारे में पढ़ लिया कि
Ma'am.
यस बच्चा.
Ma'am, can you please explain this point again?
Yes. Intracellular space, that means the space inside the cell. The space inside the cell. अगर ये पूरा सेल है और इसके अंदर के स्पेस को टू पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया गया है, तो मैंने बोला कि जो मेरा सोशल मीडिया वाला पार्ट है ना, वो सारा क्या हो गया, वो ल्यूमिनल. तो यहाँ पर जो भी स्पेस इनसाइड द ER है, दैट इज योर ल्यूमिनल. दैट मींस इनसाइड ER. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, इसके अलावा साइटोप्लाज्म में जितना पार्ट है जहां पर माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया प्रेजेंट है, क्लोरोप्लास्ट प्रेजेंट है, लाइसोसोम्स प्रेजेंट, वैक्यूल्स प्रेजेंट है, न्यूक्लियस, ये पूरा पार्ट जो साइटोप्लाज्म का है, दैट इज नोन एज एक्स्ट्राल्यूमिनल. क्लियर? Intracellular space is divided into two parts. Now, ये सारे डिफरेंसेस हो गए हमारे SER और RER के बेसिस पे. मैंने आपको राइबोफोरिन्स के बारे में भी बता दिया. सो अगर हमसे कोई ER का फंक्शन पूछते हैं तो वहां पर RER और SER दोनों के जो फंक्शंस हैं सबको ऑल टुगेदर लिख सकते हैं. दैट मींस फर्स्ट क्या होगा, it acts as a cytoskeleton, जो मैंने आपको बताया, because it's attached to the nuclear membrane on one side and to the plasma membrane on the other side. So this ER, it acts as a cytoskeleton, the first and the very important point. The second point जो हमने RER के लिए लिखा है, क्या लिखा है कि it helps in the synthesis of proteins and enzymes. अब ये इतने सारे प्रोटीन्स और एंजाइम्स बना रहा है, तो ये प्रोटीन्स और एंजाइम वो सारे खुद के यूज के लिए नहीं बनाता है. इट्स फॉर द ट्रांसपोर्टेशन आल्सो. सो योर एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम इज आल्सो इन्वॉल्व्ड इन द ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ द सब्सटेंसेस. वन मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग हियर, जब ये ER के बाद हम गोल्गी बॉडीज पढ़ेंगे तो हम देखेंगे कि दोनों चीजें रिलेटेड हैं. All the things, all the proteins, all the enzymes that are being made in the ER, the proteins are small in size. They are not appropriate according to their function. So the modification of the proteins takes place in the Golgi bodies before they are being discharged out of the cell, other cell organelles को use करने के लिए, या फिर they are being present in the cytoplasm. As I have previously said that cytoplasm is the reservoir of the various raw materials. तो ER में जितने भी प्रोटीन्स बन रहे हैं, एंजाइम्स बन रहे हैं, तो वो शायद इनएक्टिव स्टेज में, यू कैन से वो एक्टिव कभी होते हैं, उसमें और भी चीजें, उनके सरफेस रिसेप्टर्स कभी उसके साथ ज्वाइन होते हैं इन द गोल्गी apparatus. So finally the final shape, listen carefully, the final shape to the various proteins, to the various enzymes that are being met in the ER is being given by the Golgi apparatus. Final shape जो है वो हमारा Golgi apparatus देता है. तो क्या हो रहा है, इंट्रासेलुलर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन भी कर रहे हैं ना. ER क्या कर रहे हैं, स्टोर कर रहा है, इसमें जितने भी एंजाइम्स और प्रोटीन्स बनाए हैं सबको एक साथ ऐसे इकट्ठा नहीं कर देता है. हम एक साथ सब कुछ मिक्स करके खाना खाते हैं नहीं ना, सब अलग अलग. तो जो भी एंजाइम्स एक जैसे हैं उन सबको एक व्हीकल में अटैच करके रखता है. जो भी प्रोटीन सिमिलर टाइप के हैं वो दूसरा. और नाउ दीज व्हीकल, क्योंकि हमें भी ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के लिए व्हीकल चाहिए होता है, आपको सेंटर आना होगा, तो मे बी आप पापा मम्मा के साथ कार में ही आओगे, स्कूटी पे आओगे, जैसे भी आओगे, तो यू नीड अ व्हीकल फॉर द ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. तो हियर ऑल्सो in order to get transported from the ER towards the Golgi bodies, they need small vehicles and they are in the shape of the, अभी हमने पढ़ा था 3 shapes होते हैं, tubules, cisternae and vesicles. तो उसी में स्टोर होते हैं and they are being transported, they are being carried towards the Golgi bodies for their modification. So another important role of your ER or another important function of your ER is intracellular transport. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Within the cell transportation कर रहा है. First is cytoskeleton. ऐसे पढ़ना है कि जब हम घर पे खुद से पढ़ने बैठे तो हमें लगे everything is clear, 15-10 minutes में मेरा revision हो गया. You have to study like that only. So first is cytoskeleton. The second is they are involved in intracellular transportation. Third important role or the third important function. Your ER is also responsible for the formation of nuclear envelope after telophase stage of cell division. क्यों? क्योंकि वही तो सबसे नियरेस्ट है, वही सबसे नियरेस्ट है. न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन अगर दोबारा बनाना है तो ER is attached to them, as well as ER क्या कर रहे हैं, लिपिड्स भी बना रहे हैं, स्मूथ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, प्रोटीन्स भी बनाना है, और हमारा जो membranous structure होता है that is usually made up of lipids and proteins. So they are also involved in the formation of nuclear envelope after telophase stage of cell division. Third point हो गया. Okay, now we will come to the fourth point. Fourth point ये भी है कि मैंने भी आपको बताया, और SER is responsible for detoxification. That means removal of the toxic substances from the body. टॉक्सिक केमिकल्स, टॉक्सिक सब्सटेंसेस को भी रिमूव करने के लिए, डिटॉक्सिफाई करने के लिए बॉडी को हेल्प करता है हमारा स्मूथ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम. और क्या है, प्रोटीन का भी सिंथेसिस करता है, प्रोटीन को भी सिक्रीट करता है. सो प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस एंड सिक्रीशन इज आल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शन. जैसे हमारा लिपिड सिंथेसिस है, ग्लाइकोजन सिंथेसिस है, very pigments are also being synthesized, retinol जैसे vitamin है, ये सारे pigments भी synthesized होते हैं. So protein synthesis and secretion is also one of the most important role of your ER. अब इन सारी चीजों को हम एक साथ कर देंगे जब तक एग्जाम में हमसे अलग अलग नहीं पूछा जाए. अगर एग्जाम में कोई क्वेश्चन ऐसा आता है कि which ER is responsible for lipid synthesis and glycogen storage, then we will write SER. But if the question is what is the function of ER, वहां पर डिटॉक्सिफिकेशन भी लिखा है, प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस एंड सिक्रीशन भी लिखा है, लिपिड सिंथेसिस भी, ग्लाइकोजन सिंथेसिस भी, न्यूक्लियर एनवेलप फॉर्मेशन भी. तो we will go for all of these. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Very good. So let me rub the board and then we will proceed further. So we are talking about the various functions of ER. So your functions of ER is your provides cytoskeleton, provides cytoskeleton, intracellular transportation, intracellular transport. Third is your protein synthesis and secretion. Fourth is your formation of nuclear membrane. After telophase stage of cell division. They are also responsible for detoxification. Detoxification of toxic chemicals. They are also responsible for synthesis of lipids, glycogen, steroids. तो ये हमारा various function of endoplasmic reticulum है that we have to remember. Along with the Golgi bodies, your ER is also responsible for the formation of lysosomes. Lysosome का जो formation होता है उसके लिए भी it's GERL. It is GERL system जो हम पढ़ेंगे इस चैप्टर में ही हमें पढ़ना है. Golgi associated endoplasmic reticulum, ठीक है, Golgi associated endoplasmic reticulum lysosome formation. That means with the association of the Golgi bodies and the endoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes are being formed. So it's also involved in lysosome formation. Involved in how? I will discuss. Involved in lysosome formation.
Ma'am, can you repeat that? GERL,
Yes.
Golgi associate.
Yeah. Along with involved in lysosome, along with Golgi bodies. GB is your Golgi bodies. It's Golgi associated endoplasmic reticulum from which lysosomes arises. तो ये जो lysosome का formation होता है through Golgi bodies and ER, with the association of the Golgi bodies and the ER, the system is known as GERL. The system is known as GERL system. तो ये जो GERL system है वो हमें बताता है कि the lysosomes are being formed with the association of the Golgi bodies and your endoplasmic reticulum. ठीक है? Clear? अगर
Yes,
कोई ये
ma'am.
क्वेश्चन पूछता है, name the endoplasmic reticulum that is responsible for the transportation of substances between adjacent plant cell wall. name of the ER responsible for transportation of material or substances between adjacent plant cell wall. डेस्मोटिब्यूल्स कितनी बार बताया, भूल जाते हो आप लोग, किसी ने भी आंसर नहीं किया, नो वन, एक भी बच्चे ने आंसर नहीं किया। मैंने आपको जब भी हमने प्लाज्मोडेस्माटा पढ़ा था वहां पर भी मैंने आपको ये वर्ड बताई थी, डेस्मोटिब्यूल्स। सो आई एम राइटिंग, मुझे लगा सबको पता है इस वजह से मैंने नहीं लिखा, बट मैं बताती हूँ व्हाट इज डेस्मोटिब्यूल्स। डेस्मोटिब्यूल्स, ये डेस्मोटिब्यूल्स क्या होता है? Endoplasmic reticulum as desmotibules control movement of material between two adjacent plant cell wall. So ये desmotibules is a type of ER which are present in between two adjacent plant cell wall or two adjacent protoplasts which are connected through the plasmodesmata, that is your cytoplasmic bridges for the transportation of the substances. So your desmotibules क्या है ये? This is an ER. I will write here your desmotibules. ये क्या है? Endoplasmic reticulum, which controls the transport of materials between two adjacent plant cell wall. ठीक है, तो नाउ यू विल नेवर फॉरगेट, आपको नहीं फॉरगेट करना है कि आपका डेस्मोटिब्यूल्स क्या होता है. यू हैव टू रिमेम्बर. ओके, क्लियर?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now there are some other words related to the different type of ER present in different parts of our body. Okay, so we will learn about that also, क्योंकि उससे भी related कुछ question आता है. तो these are the special point of ER. ER क्योंकि ये एक membrane linked connected structure है, तो अगर हमने किसी भी सेल ऑर्गन, किसी भी सेल से ER को एक्सट्रैक्ट किया और ER को सेंट्रीफ्यूज किया at a very high speed. Centrifugation is a technique. Centrifugation is being done usually by an instrument which can rotate at a very high speed. आप rotation भी set कर सकते हो, आप time भी set कर सकते हो, and you can rotate. तो fragments of ER is being available. तो वो क्या करेगा, अगर किसी चीज को हम बहुत घुमाएंगे, जैसे मिक्सर में मम्मा क्या करती है, just like mixer, but मिक्सर में क्या होता है, हम सिर्फ एक जार पुट करते हैं और उसको रोटेट करते हैं, is it? तो वो क्या होता है, फ्रेगमेंट्स में टूट जाता है. मान लो कि इतना बड़ा सा नारियल है, खोपड़ा है, उसको हम डालते हैं तो वो छोटे छोटे पार्ट्स में टूट जाता है. उसी तरीके से जब हम ईआर को रेगुलेट करते हैं, जब हम ईआर को centrifugate करते हैं at a very high speed for certain period of time, so what happen, it will dissociate into small fragments. Centrifugation ट्यूब्स होते हैं, सेंट्रीफ्यूगेशन मशीन में पुट करने के लिए सेंट्रीफ्यूगेशन ट्यूब्स होते हैं, छोटे छोटे ऐसे ट्यूब्स होते हैं जिसको हम बैलेंस करके पुट करते हैं. बैलेंस 6 साइड्स होते हैं और अगर मुझे 2 ही ट्यूब लगाना है तो हम 2 अपोजिट पोजीशंस पे लगाएंगे. ठीक है, सो बेसिकली तो हमारा जो ईआर है वो ब्रेक डाउन हो जाता है स्मॉल फ्रेगमेंट्स में, एंड दैट इज नोन एज माइक्रोजोम. माइक्रोजोम. So in any MCQ, if you are getting a word known as microsome, so they are nothing but they are the fragments of RER. They are the fragments of RER which we obtain by centrifugating it at a high speed. जब भी हमने उसको centrifugate किया at a high speed, तो हमें fragments of ER मिला, and that is your microsomes. So microsomes are nothing but they are fragments of RER. ठीक है, the other word that is used for the reticulum, that is used for the endoplasmic reticulum, is your sarcoplasmic reticulum. सार्कोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, जब भी आपने मसल्स के बारे में पढ़ा होगा, मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्शन के बारे में पढ़ा होगा इन 9th 10th or any of the class, you came to encounter a word known as sarcoplasmic reticulum. सार्कोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, तो ये किस प्लेस पे प्रेजेंट है उसके अकॉर्डिंग इसकी नेमिंग है. सार्कोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम का मतलब है यहाँ पर
Skeleton and
and
cardiac
cardiac
muscle.
muscle.
यस, मसल्स में प्रेजेंट है. तो ये कैसा हमारा ईआर हुआ, आरईआर या एसईआर?
SCR.
एससीआर. मैंने अभी आपको एग्जांपल्स बताए थे. The cells which are actively engaged in protein synthesis or they require a number of proteins, in those cells we have RER, that is your liver cell, pancreas, all these. But SER जहाँ पर lipid synthesis चाहिए, steroids है, glycogen storage चाहिए, that means your muscles. So here if we are talking about the sarcoplasmic reticulum, then we are talking about the SER that occurs in skeletal and cardiac muscles, and they store the calcium. Why it's always being told that you have to drink milk, you have to take a calcium rich diet which makes your bones stronger. तो whenever there is muscle contraction, जब भी हमारा muscle contraction होता है, तो ये जो है सार्कोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम ये स्टोर करता है कैल्शियम और ये कैल्शियम को रिलीज करता है. ये डिटेल में पूरा प्रोसेस कैसा होता है हमारा है एक स्केलेटल सिस्टम वाला चैप्टर 11th में है, वहां पर हम पूरा डिटेल में पढ़ने वाले हैं कि हाउ आर द डिफरेंट लाइंस आर बीइंग प्रेजेंट, कैसे मैकेनिज्म है, कैसे कॉन्ट्रैक्शन होता है एंड एवरीथिंग. जब भी आप ऐसे करते हो अपने फिंगर्स को, तो यू विल हियर अ साउंड, because apart from the blood and the lymph, which are the major fluids in our body, there are other fluids also present. Synovial fluid, cerebrospinal fluids, many fluids are there, but their amount, their percentage, their concentration is much lower as compared to the blood. So here your sarcoplasmic reticulum, it's the SAR that is present in skeletal and cardiac muscles, and it stores calcium for release during muscle contraction. So this is your SER present in skeletal and cardiac muscle. Okay? Now, whenever you have learned about the neurons, the diagram of the neurons, in the there is a cyton, there is an axon. तो जो cell जैसा structure होता है, you have seen a number of dots over there that is being written as the Nissl granules. Yes or no? Just fastly write in the chat box or show me the thumbs up. सुना है आपने Nissl granules? It's related to the structure present in the neurons. And that Nissl granules, अगर मैं draw करूंगी डायग्राम न्यूरॉन का, मैं साइटोन बनाऊंगी, मैं एक्सॉन बनाऊंगी, तो साइटोन में मैं बहुत सारे ऐसे डॉट जैसे स्ट्रक्चर बनाऊंगी in the cytoplasm, and that is your Nissl granules. And those Nissl granules are nothing but they are fragments of rough endoplasmic reticulum that is present in the neurons. So what is Nissl granules? So Nissl granules are RER of nerve cells. वहां पर जो हमारा रफ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम है वो ग्रैन्यूल्स के फॉर्म में प्रेजेंट होता है, जिसको हम Nissl granules बोलते हैं. बट व्हाट इज Nissl granules? It's basically the rough endoplasmic reticulum of nerve cells. Clear? No.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So these are the things which are related to your ER. ER का ER जो प्रेजेंट होते हैं हमारे सेल में, इट्स नॉट कि हमेशा इतने ज्यादा एक्सपेंडेड फॉर्म में रहे, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द रोल दैट दे हैव टू परफॉर्म. मेजॉरिटी हो सकता है वो RER के फॉर्म में हो, मेजॉरिटी हो सकता है कि वो SER के फॉर्म में हो। और मैंने एक बात और आपसे बोली, योर RER कैन बी easily converted into SER by removing the ribosomes that are present on their surface. Is it?
Yes.
So your
Yes, ma'am.
रेटिकुलम का फंक्शन क्या है कि ये स्टोर करता है कैल्शियम। ये क्वेश्चन आता है, stores calcium for muscle contraction or muscle contraction। ठीक है, तो ये हमने डिफरेंट टाइप्स के स्पेशल पॉइंट्स पर है रिलेटेड टू द एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम। एनीवन वांट्स टू आस्क एनीथिंग?
नो मैम।
किसी को कुछ पूछना है?